Love and marriage. Here, I want to share some truths with you that I believe can save you from unnecessary pain and help you be a good spouse and create a happy marriage and productive family. You will obtain the truths about love and marriage from our Heavenly Father. According to Him, marriage is an indispensable element of His plan of happiness. True love is not blind. Samuel was young, bright, and warm. At work, at university, in all your circles. He smiled and expressed kindness. He seemed capable of doing everything right. Elisa was the maximum expression of human love trapped in the body of a person, in love with God, and committed to her relationship with Him. The marital relationship. Having a good relationship as a spouse is not difficult as many think today, when the marital partnership is questioned by those who, due to various circumstances, are currently separated or have a bad marital relationship. I have the impression that more attention is given to those who have conflicts in their marital life than to the many who either do not have conflicts or who manage their relationship well with wisdom. Obviously, in all of this there are many different scenarios, but for this occasion, I am going to focus my reflection on the most common aspects of marital life. Certainly, marriage is an invitation where mutual duties are implicit. That is, those needs that we reciprocally and in solidarity know that we have to deliver for the good of the loved one and oneself. All this with the understanding that when a marriage is contracted, agreements are made on how the home will be formed in the aspects related to the administration of the assets that already exist or will be, and fundamentally, those related to mutual marital fidelity and the formation of the family in terms of the number of children and the opportunity to bring them into the world. She met Samuel at the university. Sharing classes, they soon became very good friends. In a short time, something more than friendship emerged. A very delicate love began to be cultivated, and everything seemed to be going very well. They were both Christians, which seemed to be a plus. Soon the families came into play, and Samuel would meet Elisa's parents as her boyfriend officially. As expected, Samuel, with his people skills, won over the family in the blink of an eye. Everyone commented on how good and diligent the girl's boyfriend was. Affectivity and effectiveness of marriage. These two aspects, affectivity or feeling and effectiveness or security, are very important in the marital relationship. In fact, the love you have for your partner must not only be emotional or sentimental, it must also have effectiveness and security, that is, the ability and understanding to relate or live in reciprocity. It is very common that many people see in love something rather effective. This is based only on the external beauty of their partner, that is, on how beautiful or handsome their partner is. However, physical beauty is not all the same. Life, since as time passes it quickly fades, and even if you have technical and economic means, you cannot stop this natural process. The same thing happens with looking at economic means, social position, levels of professional education, but certainly none of these things increase personal qualities, and what is truly valuable is that people possess permanent abilities and gifts in their soul, virtues, honesty, and morality, which makes her possess nobility in her heart. Therefore, I consider it very important that love is effective and safe. All this must be manifested in solidarity and reciprocal help in the needs, insufficiencies, difficulties, health and economic aspects, with firmness to mutually resist the difficulties that may arise, greatly avoiding one's own selfishness, offenses, sarcasm, contempt, insulting words, domestic controversies, the loss of the softness that united them in marriage, harshness in treatment, unfounded jealousy, and everything that causes loss of peace, because that surely leads to marital ruin. Forgiveness, a hard test biblical characters. Esau. As time passed, and with it, the charm, Samuel began to take attitudes that he had not shown at first, becoming jealous, possessive, and controlling. He had done it so subtly that the loving Elisa was unable to notice it for a long time. One day Elisa attended a meeting with some friends she had not seen for a long time. There was so much to talk about and thousands of laughs to share that she didn't realize when her boyfriend called her repeatedly on her mobile phone. When she noticed the missed calls, she called him to tell him about her reunion with her friends. His surprise was enormous when he noticed Samuel's attitude. He began to yell at her and question her version. suggesting that she must have seen another boy, and that was why she did not answer his calls. In a threatening tone, he warned her that this would be the last time that she did not answer the phone in time, and she could even be heard throwing things on the floor while she let out her frustration. Elisa had been raised by her parents in such a way that she should respect others, but she should also expect respect and love for herself. In an instant, she realized that such a violent attitude on Samuel's part could not be something isolated, and that it would soon escalate to more. She remembered every previous occasion in which he had shown signs of his behavior, and she had ignored it. She knew instantly that deep down, he was not the perfect boy she had seen in him, and that she should not wait any longer to end their relationship. She felt like her heart was at a crossroads, and little by little it broke when she realized that her love could not be. Someone who disrespected her like that could not at all be a good husband. Their relationship ended that same day, and although Samuel tried to apologize and make her believe that this attitude would not be repeated, Elisa knew that his intentions, although they seemed golden, were nothing more than an embellished lie, and she walked away from him completely. Elisa met another man, and after cultivating a beautiful relationship, they decided to get married, and now she is happy, with a man who respects and loves her. She also learned from some friends she had in common with Samuel that he got married, and that sometime later he was accused by his partner of domestic violence. Let love be without dissimulation. Hate what is bad, follow what is good. Love one another with brotherly love. As to honor, preferring one to another. The rights of one and the other. This is one of the most difficult points to comment on, given that in these times it is asked that both men and women be equal in rights and obligations, and certainly the most adult society has lived in times where it was considered that equalizing the rights and duties of husband and wife is contrary to the Holy Scriptures. For many years, the fidelity and trusting and honest obedience that a woman must have to her husband was something implicit within every marriage. However, today, many wives dare to say in the name of female emancipation, certainly with great audacity, that they do not have to give an account to their husband of their activities. Many husbands also like to have activities with their friends without taking care of the house. None of these rights is valid. Both he and she should not forget that being married, they do not. They can lead a life as if they were single. The direction of the house, the administration of the family assets, is a duty and a right of both. The work to support the expenses can be entrusted to the husband, and the government of the home can be entrusted to the wife. This is a mutual agreement, and it must be carried with dignity. However, this is how the husband cannot separate himself from the obligation of outside work, and the woman cannot and should not separate herself from the maternal responsibilities of a wife. Caring for children, especially when they are toddlers, is a common obligation. However, it is a prerogative where the mother must give herself first, above and beyond dedication to occupations and businesses outside the home. The wife who forgets her role as a mother disrupts the family society, thereby depriving the husband of a good wife, just as she deprives the children of a good mother. But on the other hand, the husband, who forces his wife to live within four walls, transforms her into a servant, or reduces her to a simple instrument in the man's hands. Finally, the husband and wife have the same essential natural rights to the human person, with all their considerations, which is why we can affirm that both spouses enjoy the same rights and are subject to the same obligations. All this implies that there is no problem for women to work outside the home or carry out various professions, but they must be aware that their priority is the home and children. Certainly, the latter causes the woman to have a double job, outside and as a housewife. In this case, the husband must be supportive of the household chores. Marital love and the gift of life are considered moments full of hope. Men and women considering marriage long to be accepted unconditionally by each other. They hope their marriage is full of love and happiness, and they long for a family. They aspire for their marriage to be a source of joy and satisfaction for a lifetime. According to God's plan, marriage has always included these characteristics, and many more. The ability of man and woman to create a lasting bond of love and married life is inscribed in their nature. Love in a marriage carries with it the trust of being faithful and complete, of loving as God does. Without pressure or coercion, spouses are willing to love and honor each other in their marriage. Nowadays, relationships have weakened because we have left our partner's first love. We are focused on other things. There is no time. This battle against the clock at work, in routines, with responsibilities, with children, it has created a vacuum in couple relationships, and we have distanced ourselves from God. In conclusion, I want to clarify that any goal you have in life, be it marriage, family, career, must be achieved with the love and respect of your partner. Without recognizing and practicing it, it is possible to establish a happy marriage that offers support and comfort forever. I testify that marriage is one of the great privileges God grants to His children and can be a source of immense joy.